First of all, I want to thank our students again. And I was informed that our student section is sold out for all the tickets that have been released through the month of November, so that's tremendous. To have a cheering section in exhibition games is good. It's new for us and it's great, and our players deserve it. And hopefully we rewarded people that came tonight with our effort. Our goal for the game was to play as humble as Bellarmine does. Now they lost some players and they got rattled tonight, but the last 2 years they've been the best Division II team in the country because of their coaching, their hustle. They're not above little things that win games: screening, cutting, help defense, taking charges. And our goal was to make sure that they didn't do the little things better than us. Because if we commit to playing with toughness and doing the little things, we can have a special season with this group that we have. So there's a lot of things we still need to improve. We don't box out very well. But I was really pleased with our effort, a tremendous effort. But I'll be honest with you guys. Chuck Mashak asked me before the game, how's practice? And I said, it's the same every day, it's great. I mean, guys make mistakes, and I have my moments, but everybody on our team listens and everybody plays hard.
This seemed to be a lot closer for 40 minutes to the way you want to play than it was the other day. Did you see this coming?
Well, you know, you got to smother teams with defense, and like I said, you know, they got rattled. So, you know, a lot of it goes to that. Bellarmine's got a lot of new players this year, much younger than they've been the last 2 years. But we stayed focused, which was my challenge to the team at halftime, which has been the last few. You know, Titus is, like I try to tell everybody, Titus is extremely talented. You know, when you got 4 guys can make shots and beat their man and pass the ball, you know, you're tough to defend, especially if Bellarmine's got some younger guys out there. So I was really pleased with our focus because we were up 20. So we came out of the locker room, especially Cashmere Wright, because he's been a part of that, the getting up 20 and turning the ball over and just being sloppy and not executing on offense. So yeah, I was extremely happy with that.
Cash wasn't on the floor though when you did that to start the second half.
Yeah, he was in the bathroom.
Okay.
But he, you know, when he came out of the bathroom and he got back in, you know, he was still sharp.
Jeremiah getting his confidence going a little bit tonight in the second half.
Yeah, because he didn't get to play a lot in the first half. I mean, Jeremiah, he never struggles because of effort. Jeremiah's an interesting guy for us. So we've taken him off the point in practice. It's only Cash and G-Ron and Jaquan if there's an emergency. One of those guys are out. And just trying to turn him into SK. You know, make shots, play with great strength, because he's a big guard, he's strong, he's a good passer, but at times he plays too fast. When he plays too fast, he struggles. So I was really happy for him because after he didn't get minutes in the last exhibition game, he could have he could have hung his head, but he was the first guy to practice every day, and he had the best attitude, and he had his best practices of the year, the last week. So I was happy for him because, you know, as a coach, you know, I can tell my team, see what happens when a guy doesn't play, doesn't pout, comes to practice, tries to get better, which is, you know, like Shaquille Thomas. He's got great talent, but he's still learning what to do. You know, that's what he's got to do. He's on a really good team. It's hard to get minutes. You got to make the most of them, and you got to get back in practice and get better. And you can get better in our practice, especially when you're playing against really good players.
How hard is it an adjustment for players to get used to how you play with a guy like David with his size?
Oh, it's an adjustment, trying to get guys to throw lobs.
Yeah.
You know, and well, we had another lob, should have been a dunk, and to Shaq Thomas. I think G really underthrew it. It's something we practice. We got to continue to practice it. So it's just a trust level. Kelvin had a great catch in the first half. Because you don't have to dunk it. So it's not the greatest pass, you gotta just catch it and lay it in, bank it in. But it's an adjustment, no doubt about it.
How do you think David played?
Oh, he played great in his minutes. I thought he was very effective in his minutes played.
Is Kelvin okay with the hand?
What's that?
Is Kelvin okay with his hand?
Kelvin's his shoulder.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, he has shoulder issues. Justin, I just want him ready for Saturday. You know, you gotta understand, like with us, it's a long year. And I tell you, I'm the guy that, I throw guys out of practice when they get hurt. Not literally throw them out, I pull them off the court. It's a long season. So, a guy like SK got clipped the other day in practice, he don't ever wanna come out. Cash is the one mature guy because of what he's dealt with his knees. You know, if he's having a bad knee day where he's stiffer, he knows to get himself out of there. I don't have to argue with him. But I say it's a long year. You err on the side of caution.
So you expect Justin to play?
Yeah. He could play tonight.
Okay. Do you like where you are right now with the season about to start as a team?
Yeah, but I think there's areas we got to improve. Obviously, the waters get a lot deeper the further the season goes along. And I tell you guys this every year. You know, the season's going to open Friday, and there's some ranked teams playing each other. And somebody's going to lose, and their fans are going to get all down. And it's going to really that means absolutely nothing. You got to get ready for January. Now, obviously, you need to win games along the way. You're trying to build a resume along the way. But you got to get better because to my opinion, there's 2 seasons. It's a lot harder to win games when January 1st rolls around, so you got to make sure you're always getting better.
Talk about Kelvin. Looks like he's starting to really.
But you know, again, it's just Kelvin. So I tell Kelvin, you know, you take a guy and he works out 6 days a week, lifts one day, cardio the next. We look up in 2 months and the guy's in shape. Take another guy, he works out 1 day a week, 2 days a week. He's not going to be in great shape. You know, for him, it's coming to practice every day, trying to get better, falling in love with basketball, thinking about basketball all the time. Kelvin's he's very cultured. He comes from a great family, but he needs to fall in love with basketball, and that, you know, and he knows this. We've had this talk, you know, because he's got great athleticism. He's got to learn the intangibles of our game because he didn't play growing up. And it shows a lot of times. But his attitude's good, he's getting better. You know, obviously, when you start to like Kelvin and David, you come back next year with Shaq not being here.
Titus said you ran a set for him out of the half specifically just to get him going. Was he not being aggressive in the first half? Or?
No, something I made up in the huddle. See, sometimes you do things in the huddle. Teams think that that's some play you practice, but other times you do it just because late games, you may need to draw something up so your players practice focusing. You say, well, why would you show that play? You're up 20. We may never run it again. I was just drawing something up to see if he could concentrate and pick up a play coming out of a timeout, because that may have to happen late in games.
Do you foresee Titus coming off the bench when Justin returns?
I don't know. I haven't made that decision. You know, with us, you guys, and I say this all the time, and it could be hard this year. Nobody's going to believe me. You know, starting spots are not set in stone. Now, I'd love that the guys that have been starting are giving me great effort. They'll continue to start. But if guys are getting beat out, you know, I'm never going to sit there and tell a guy, hey, you're coming off the bench all year. I mean, what if he starts out playing the other guy? So, you know, every day is a new day. The way Jeremiah Davis played in the second half, I think he needs to get in a lot earlier than he did today.
Anything else?
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Coach.